Okay. We're back here again. I have discovered some very key things. I did some research to see what the heck was going on here. And I've discovered some important facts. A. I did note during my previous sessions... God, let me turn this down. This is very loud in my ears. I did note in my previous sessions that those on-hit status effects were absolutely stupid broken. And it turns out they literally are. Now, the game is designed so that enemies can inflict status effects on you with a normal attack. Some enemies can do that. That is part of the game. But this version of the game is currently bugged, so that those sorts of status effects are 100% accurate. They are not supposed to be 100% accurate, but they are in the current version of the game. Which is why those curls and those spiders and pretty much anything that can disable or kill your party in one shot is absolutely stupid broken. Because that is just how it is. They are way too powerful as it is. They can demolish a party no matter how powerful it is. It doesn't matter because the game is literally bug broken. Hopefully they fix it eventually. Hopefully before the inevitable Switch release. I don't care what they say, it's coming out on Switch eventually. Note part 2. Apparently, even though the final boss, I think his healing attack is part of that status effect thing. So the fact that it does so much damage and heals far more than you can possibly deal is part of the bug. It's sort of broken. But there is one way that you can take advantage of the bug yourself, and that is apparently with the ancient sword here. Now, something I did not realize is there's that view description button at the bottom. If you press it, you can actually see like special effects, what kind of enemies it works on. Sword touched by the sun's grace is effective against the undead. Almost every weapon has like an elemental affinity or a type of enemy it's strong against. I blew through the entire game without actually knowing that. That probably would have been very useful. And apparently the key to winning the game in this bug state is this thing. The sword that invokes an ancient curse. What does curse do exactly? Apparently it cuts down your stats by half. Your stats, or the enemies. And that 100% accuracy status effect bug also affects your weapons. So if you can inflict curse 100% of the time, you can basically cut the boss's stats down by half, and basically neuter him outright. Actually, that angel thing that killed me on the way in here the first time, I already killed it in like 2 turns thanks to this sword. So I'm thinking this should allow me to win, see the ending, I can say I beat Final Fantasy II, I did look it up, but I did not use any cheats. Aside from what's the bug that's built into the game currently, that I can't really do anything about. Hell, the fact that I got this far despite that bug is... Like, the game is way harder with the bug in place. Oh my god, I got demolished by a Curl ambush on the way in. And just an ambush, there were like 5 of them, and just one after another, after another, after another, after another. Whole party dead before my first turn came through. So screw that, screw this game. We are going to go in and hope that we can just obliterate this boss. You have braved the bowels of hell to reach me, but the hand of man, which deals in false justice and forsaken love, can never hope to defeat the Lord Master of Hell. Alright. I just want to attack, honestly. Yeah, that should sort of disable him. Basically, yeah. I mean, he's not that weak, but doing better. I can actually do damage. Maybe I want her to switch to the healing mace. Change equipment, healing staff, and... I picked up a new shield on the way in, I think. Aegis shield, that works. mean, as long as he doesn't do nothing... Oh, shit. God damn it, don't make auto and fast forward the same button, please! No company ever do that again. Oh, because he's slow, he's not going to get as many hits in. I see. Oh, this is a pain. Don't you have haste? No. Yeah, I started trying to build up some magic and hoping that I could just throw magic spells at him. Since magic seemed to be the most effective before. Alright, I guess Leon's just not doing anything right now. Yeah, I need to keep him cursed. No matter what happens, keep him cursed. You can haste, probably, to get rid of that. No, let's protect. Don't you have haste too? No. Berserk, though. That would be good. Yeah, this battle's not going to be quite the pushover the other guy was. But it should be doable now. Hopefully. Let's see. Ah! What did that do? Looks like my haste is still up. I'm not sure what that did. Keep attacking, I guess. You know what? Take off her friggin'... I want her to be attacking. I want to do as much damage as possible as quickly as possible. That's what I want. Like, he can't do anything but... Potion. Well, maybe more than potion. High potion, there we go. I'm not sure if I'm actually getting positive. I could just start throwing out some of these. Wyvern. I'm super curious to see exactly what this does. Wait, that would be a summon, wouldn't it? Oh. I mean, cool-ish, I guess. Okay, fine, I'll start curing. What's pissing me off is... he's still healing just as much damage as he ever did. Even with his stats halved. I can do more damage to him. But he's still freaking doing just as much damage to me, which seems wrong. Now, yeah, with his disabling, I can't really do anything to him. Yeah, this is... Like, I can damage him. I just need a strategy. Okay, just let him kill me at this point. Maybe I'm just trying to be too fancy. Should've just blitzed him right from the get-go. I don't know why being slow makes you miss everything. Yeah, kill me already! There. Okay. So, I have a couple ribbons. That would probably help. So let's see. Ribbon. Guards against mental status ailments such as sleep. Resistant to lightning. That's useless. Oh, I didn't get the second ribbon. Dang it. Well, I need him to have it anyway. Yeah, look at this. Almost every single one of these has friggin' status effects and crap. Guards against physical status ailments such as stone. Also, something else I discovered. Apparently, if you want to be good at magic, you can't wear, like, heavy armors. Or else it decreases your magic stat, which I had no clue was a thing in this game. There was nothing in this game to indicate that. If I'd looked, I might have noticed, but I had no reason to look. Oh, that guards against darkness. Not bad. Let's see. Anything useful here? Guards get instant death. Cast Scourge when used in battle. Oh. Interesting. Didn't know that. Unfortunately, I only have one ribbon. I can get another one. I just didn't know it would be important. Alright. Let's try again. I'm gonna blitz it. Ambushed? Really? Really? We're gonna do that? I can basically just pray, right? As long as he doesn't keep healing like that over and over, which he's gonna do, apparently. I wonder how long the curse lasts. Can I take off his sword and put on a better sword now? He's just gonna keep doing that. Literally. That's all he's gonna do now. Ah, shit. That's not what I meant to do. Also, I still need to stop saying that word over and over. There's more than one word in the English language. Which one of these is better? I think Defender's better, right? Are these in order of power here? I don't think they are. They might be. Which means the other best sword would be Defender? As long as he doesn't just keep healing over and over, I would be able to kill him. It wouldn't be that tough. Like, Starfall does barely anything to me. Yeah, that healing attack is the only one that does damage, really. Aha! Okay. Whew! Trying to overthink it there. Unbelievable. defeated by insects like you. Not once, but twice. Who are you? Urgh! It's done. Now let's get out of here. It's finally over, isn't it? It was a long struggle, but with the Emperor gone, we've nothing left to fear. Thank you. With all my heart, I thank you. With the combined strength of Kashwan and Finn, we will build the kingdom anew. Together, Princess, we will create a kingdom even fairer than the old. Though once a coward, I now stand here a new man. I have all of you to thank for that. You have my deepest gratitude. I'm sure Scott is smiling down on me from above. Look at you. Do you realize what you've done? Who am I supposed to steal from with the Empire gone? You put me out of a job. I guess I'll just have to start stealing from you. Better watch your backs. I thought he was going to say I was joking, but apparently not. He's really going to do that. You sure showed him, Firion. You're every bit the bloke I pegged you for. If you ever feel like trying your hand at pirating... What? That not sit well with you, Maria? Haha! Looks like your next battle's already begun, Firion. You did it! I'm sure my dad's happy for you too, up there in the clouds. I'm going to be working here, serving the princess. I just want to do whatever I can to help out. Joseph? We must now dedicate ourselves to the task of restoring what was lost. Farewell. Words cannot express my gratitude to you all. War finally over! Yes. We can all live in peace again. Together. Right, Leon? There can be no going back. Not for all of us. But why? Don't go! Firion, stop him! Maria, Leon is right. We've been through too much. I can't stop him. Not now. Leon, we will meet again. A little casting roll call here. Well, we should be going too. This is only the beginning. Is it? Their long struggle was finally at an end. The Emperor, pandemonium, the monsters plaguing the world, all had vanished without a trace. Peace had returned once more. The wounds of the war would mend, and the memory of those bitter days would fade. But one thing would never be forgotten. That a band of young heroes once saved the world. To the fans across the globe, both past and present, and to the crew who brought the originals to life, We offer our profound and heartfelt thanks. Alrighty. That was it. I can finally say I have beaten Final Fantasy II. And next up on the bucket list, Final Fantasy V. As the only mainline Final Fantasy game I have never beaten. Not because I didn't like it, I love Final Fantasy V. In fact, I made it to, I think, the final dungeon once. I just have a really bad habit of getting to final dungeons and going, yeah, I know how this ends. And then just stopping. I almost did it with this. Because the ending was such bullcrap, I was ready to say, no! No more of this! But I came back, ready to go, and I defeated the evil emperor. It's very much this is very much inspiring speech music, isn't it? It's like something you would hear in a movie over someone going, and we fought on the beaches! We fought on the land! We fought with the airplanes in the sky! That kind of thing. Maybe not this part, but that earlier part. But yeah, I still hate this game. Honestly. It was not a very good game, especially with the glitch. Like, it wasn't a terrible time, aside from the glitch, it wasn't a terrible time playing it. It's just... It feels like one of those games where there's so many, like, auxiliary systems that don't do anything, that there's no reason to use. Like, once I discovered the power of dual-wielding weapons, magic just faded by the wayside. There was absolutely no point to it. And I'm just straight up lucky I never sold that ancient sword. Because I thought that sword was useless. I had no reason, I had no indication that weapons had special effects like that. Like, obviously some did. Like, I knew the poison axe was poisoning things. I figured that out. I saw it in action. But this thing where almost every, at least late game weapon has its own, like, special effects, like hurting flying monsters or hurting monsters on the ground, which is a very weird, specific thing to work on. I had no idea that was a thing. I guess if I'd looked and seen the X button thing, I would have figured it out. But I didn't. I don't think it would have helped. I'm using a PlayStation controller anyway, so the X button is confirmed. Yeah, the lack of PlayStation buttons. Why does no PC games have PlayStation button displays? Why is that a thing? And they all only use Xbox. Especially weird for this one, considering it's... I guess it's not a PlayStation game yet, but it definitely will be. It's not an Xbox game. I know it's on Windows, but... But yeah, I won't say I had a great time, but I will say I'm glad I beat it. Pixelated Monster Art Manager. Pixelated Monster Artists. Now you're just being silly with the names. Yeah, I hate that I had to look it up at the end, but... And honestly, I might have won anyway if it wasn't for the glitches. If we had made... If they had... God, I don't know how a glitch like that sleeps through. Like, I know the old Final Fantasy games had their own sets of glitches. Final Fantasy VI has a stat that doesn't work. Like, the evade stat does nothing. Apparently, all of the evading in Final Fantasy VI runs through magic defense, not evade. But I never noticed back then, simply because, you know, unless you're sitting there with a calculator, calculating all the dodges versus your character's current evade, you will never notice that. Like, I understand how that slips through testing. But how does those cure-alls at the end, one-shotting every party member with every shot, slip through testing. There's not a chance they didn't know about that. And I think the game's been out for like 3 or 4 months now, and it hasn't been fixed. It's ridiculous. Need to figure out a game to play next. I don't know if I'll play another one today. Kind of just wanted to finish this up, put it to bed. I don't have to look at it again. I can focus on the other front. Actually, did I ever beat Final Fantasy III? I don't think I did. I played the DS version of that. The really cool 3D remake. Which I also have on PC, so I could always stream that too. But I don't know, because I would be more inclined to play the DS version of that, just because it has the actual characters. I don't like the idea of the Onion Knights. Like, it works in Final Fantasy 1 just because, you know, it was a pioneer. It was trying a lot of new things and didn't quite know what it's doing yet. But this game very much proved that they kind of had the idea of having like an actual story and actual characters and stuff. But then, so they had that idea, and then they kind of threw all of that away with Final Fantasy III, which I thought was the wrong move. I love the job system. Good job making that. Hell yeah, job systems. It's my favorite system in any RPG ever. The job system. But throwing away the story in order to make it work, just, no. Don't do that. So I like the DS version of Final Fantasy III. It has both the job system and the story. Fantastic. It's really long credits, too. Jeez. Also, I've said it a bunch of times, and I'll say it again. The music in this game is freaking amazing. The remakes sound like I always imagined they sounded when I was playing. Of course, I never played this exact game, but like they very much fit the style of what I always imagined the Final Fantasy songs sounding like. I'm super psyched to play like Final Fantasy 4 and 6 in this like sound style. I'm ready to be blown away by orchestral versions of those songs. Oh god, did they actually get singers for the Opera House? I know they've done that. They've done live performances of the Opera House before, but I wonder if the game actually has like live opera singers doing that. That would be pretty cool. Get them actually singing the lyrics. Probably didn't do that, but again, to get through the final boss, I actually started grinding. Again, I started grinding some spells to go like, okay, maybe if my weapons are ineffective, because Ultima was doing like 300 damage a shot, which is pathetic. But it's more than anybody's weapons were doing. Going, okay, maybe if I build up some magic, build up Ultima and Flare, I can steamroll the boss with just high power spells. And then I think, okay, there's got to be something weird going on here. So I jump online and start looking it up. And find all that crap I never knew about it. The whole status effect glitch, the ancient sword, the fact that it has an extra effect I didn't even notice. What curse does? I never even knew what curse did. I seriously didn't even know what the curse status effect was supposed to do. I should have looked that up too, honestly. But that's not stuff you're supposed to have to figure out. You're supposed to have like the instructions that tell you. Because I have the Final Fantasy Origins instructions. And they tell you what each status effect does. That's the idea. You're supposed to see like, hey, this character's cursed. What does that mean? Oh, I looked at the instructions. Now I know what curse means. Which makes sense. It's archaic and old, but it makes sense. The post-credit scenes for Final Fantasy 3? No, it's not going to do that. It is not the Marvel universe. Also, I really do wonder if they decided to set Final Fantasy 4 in not the same world, but sort of maybe like recycle this world and some of its concepts. Because Final Fantasy 4, now that I played this, Final Fantasy 4 feels like an extension of this, like a bigger, grander version of it somehow. And the story and the way the challenges are set up, like swapping characters in and out as the story progresses. Like that was very much expanded upon. Everything was expanded upon in FF4. Except for the customization aspect. Because you didn't really buy spells in Final Fantasy 4. You just... very specific characters learned them as you went along and gained levels. That's how Final Fantasy 4 worked. Oh. Save completed game data. Okay. Does that do anything? What does that do? War's End. Cool. What happens if I load it? Is there like a new game plus? No, I'm back outside. Huh. Turn the title screen. If I start a new game, can I? No, I don't see a way to do that. Extras. Oh, maybe for the bestiary. That might be why, because you have that whole thing going on. That's okay, yeah. Anyway, I'm glad I finally beaten some version of Final Fantasy 2 in my life. I just need to do 5 now. Maybe I'll do that when it comes out in the PixelRemaster. Because I have it on the PlayStation, and I have it on Steam. I have the Steam/mobile version, which I didn't mind. A lot of people hate that game, but I actually thought it was kind of cool. I kind of like the character portraits. I wish they had colored them properly. I even liked the character sprites, mostly. They kind of messed up Ferris's a little bit, the early game. It's not really relevant if you played it before, but... the designs they gave her kind of spoil the fact that she's a woman. But she was actively trying to hide at the time, so why the hell would she dress like that? But yeah, that was Final Fantasy 2. Completed. And I will be back to try to complete something else another time. Thank you, and I'll see you later.